That reminds me of a quote that one of our coaches said recently on a call is, on interview day, you default to your floor, not your ceiling. And
Ooh,
so the whole case prep game is just building that floor high enough up to a level of like like good enough. Welcome to Recruiting Reality Check, a monthly segment of Strategy Simplified. I'm Japheth Mast, and I'm joined by my co-host.
I'm Katie Neff, Black Belt Advisor, VP of Consumer Experience, ex-BCG, and a Black Belt alum. I spend my days advising candidates who are trying to pivot into consulting.
Every month, we take a real candidate story straight from Katie's conversations and break down what's holding them back and what it actually takes to fix it. No theory, real situations, and real advice. Today's story is Overconfident Ollie. Katie, I am looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a great episode. Overconfident Ollie, who is this candidate? Paint the picture of who Ollie is and where he's at and where he's trying to go.
For sure. So, Japheth, Overconfident Ollie, when he joined Black Belt, I was so excited because he just gave me the impression of how focused and driven he was. He is at a target school on the West Coast, has been a swimmer on the NCAA team, and has already started making a name for himself. So he is really a standout. He has some leadership roles. He's done a consulting project already with one of the consulting groups, 180 Degrees Consulting. So super impressive. Now, Ollie was originally pursuing investment banking, and he was impressive enough that he had a summer internship as a freshman, his moving into sophomore year with an investment bank. So he decided that it wasn't for him, and very recently just switched to pursue consulting. And Ollie is very driven. He wants MBB only. So we had a chat and made a plan. Yeah.
Ambitious and confident, targeting only MBB. I'm sure that will come up at some point in this episode, because that's what we see with a lot of folks, and
we do.
We sometimes have to help course correct a little bit there. But we'll see. We'll see what happened with Overconfident Ollie. Great. So top school on the West Coast. I had an amazing kind of banking internship last summer. Student athlete, great. Is there anything else that you feel like would be helpful for the audience to know about Ollie before we kind of dive into the next part? Yeah.
Well, he's really like a lot of candidates who, at the very beginning, there's all this energy. I am here to make this plan and focus and just crush all the interviews. I am ready. I'm a top candidate because I have I have the profile, and I'm an impressive student, and I'm a hard worker. This is many of the candidates we see. And so I think it's very relatable, and there's a lot of energy up front. Now, the next steps are
foreshadowing.
Yes, but what happens? Yeah.
What happened next? Okay, great. Well, hey, I want to know what happened next. So, what went wrong for Ollie and why?
So what went wrong? Well, after all of that initial upfront energy, the real thing is that Ollie sort of lost momentum in the way that he was very confident in his own abilities, and so really did not leverage Black Belt. Now, I'll give a little bit more detail around this. So Ollie really wanted extra support. So he asked if we could just have a little email check-in or text check-in each week so that he felt like he could just have a little bit extra push. Now, some candidates like to work with me like that and some don't. It doesn't really matter. But more importantly, when I started checking in with Ollie, I was hearing still a lot of energy, but not the best strategy. I was hearing, yes, I've been casing with this person who's really strong, one of my friends who's also recruiting for consulting, one of the seniors who already got into BCG, one who got into McKinsey. Okay, great. Have you started any of the self-study? Have you done any drills? Have you met with a coach? Oh, yeah. I will. But I'm just really booked up on casing right now. This is alert, red light. Japheth, you know this.
Red alert. Okay, so he's putting a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and a lot of volume in that, and that's a trap that like so many of us like fall into. Right? It
Mm-hmm.
feels good. It feels productive. It feels like you're getting somewhere because you're doing work. You're practicing cases, but that does not always lead to the right outcomes. So,
Doesn't.
how is that a problem?
Well, Ollie applied to those that early deadline of March 29th to McKinsey, Bain, and Oliver Wyman. And of course, he had a great profile. He even had a few referrals, so he was invited to interview. Unfortunately, Ollie only made it through the first round and was not invited back.
Bummer.
Yeah, super disappointing. I know he was very confident, and the big problem is that his volume, checking that box and counting numbers, his KPI was the number of cases he completed, not
How many was that,
quality.
by the way?
He said he had done about 30 the last time I checked in with him before, which is, I mean, it's a good number, but what does it mean? And how, what else was he doing? So anyway, the confidence in himself, mostly going at it alone, even though he had joined Black Belt to get expert advice and guidance from a coach, led to a false confidence of being ready. And so now we're kind of starting over to get ready for this next round of applications.
Yeah, I mean that's heartbreaking. Put in a
Yeah.
ton of work, a lot of hours. You get the interview, but then you don't even make it past the first round. And that's, I mean, unfortunately, that's a lot of the stories that we come across. Right? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
can you guys help me fix it the next time?
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, Katie, what's at stake if nothing changes in Ollie's approach?
Great question. If Ollie continues to do the same thing, let's also call out that he's an incredibly hard worker, right? And that is most of our candidates that we work with. Extremely driven, hardworking, intelligent candidates who want to do this. If he keeps his focus only on casing with peers, we're going to see the same thing. Why? The big question is, why is that not as effective? It seems like a good strategy, just over-index on practice. What is the gap? He doesn't know. He doesn't know his gaps.
That's a problem, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Does your sophomore peer know how to coach someone to land an MBB offer? Probably not. They're also impressive and intelligent, but they haven't been, coaching candidates for years. And that's why a coach is so important. A coach, and then the self-study, the pieces, doing the drills for each part of the case, building up your stamina with a coach so that you understand, okay, you did great on this first case, but you lost power on the second one and you started to trip up in your math. This is what your shortcoming, where you need to focus. This is the value of a coach. And this is the point of Black Belt.
That reminds me of a quote that one of our coaches said recently on a call is, on interview day, you default to your floor, not your ceiling. And
Ooh,
so the whole case prep game is just building that floor high enough up to a level of like like good enough, right? And so
yeah,
that's what Ollie needs.
I love that. Build the floor
Amazing.
higher. Yeah. And
Good
you
build my
can't do
floor.
that. Yeah. And, we want to be on like the 80th floor of the Empire State Building, not the first floor.
Not the first floor, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. We've got a picture of who Ollie is and the kind of the trap that he stumbled into, relying like solely on peer prep. So, Katie, what's the reality check for Ollie?
For Ollie, wake up. If you continue down this path of just practicing with your peers, you are not going to get the internship. And you're going to have
Oof.
to re-recruit. or maybe not get a full-time offer at all.
Well, hey, the truth sometimes hurts.
It does.
But hey, let's keep moving on. Let's get into some specific steps that you're working with Ollie on to right kind of change the approach, and next time around land that internship.
Hey, Strategy Simplified. My name is Katie. I am the Black Belt advisor for all of our cohort members. We have surveyed over 250 of our Black Belt members who landed offers at firms like McKinsey, Bain, BCG, Accenture, Deloitte. The list goes on. And we asked them one question. How many cases did you do before you went to that interview and landed the offer? The answer? An average of 22. So what does that mean for you? You don't need to do hundreds of cases, but you do need a structured approach. And that is what our Black Belt program offers. We provide one-on-one coaching with a structured plan tailored to your goals, your timeline, and your gaps. So if you are serious about consulting, click the link to learn more and join Black Belt today. Fortunately for Ollie, he can course correct for this next round of application deadlines. We've got more coming up through the spring and summer. So we had a little heart to heart, and the biggest thing is that he needs to do self-study. We have training for everything in the case and behaviorals. So, and we work through building a plan. So every week he needs to complete those self-study tasks. Then he needs to meet with a coach at least once a week. This is extremely simple. The fear a lot of candidates have, an unspoken fear, is I'm not going to look good in front of a coach. And this is why a lot of candidates avoid it, even though they're paradoxically overconfident. You think you can figure it out yourself, and then you'll show up to meet with a coach and they're going to say, you're perfect. Don't change anything.
That's trippy.
Yeah, but it is. So these are the steps. It's very, it's simple, right? Little bits every day, every week, meet with a coach, and also include your peers, but that is not, your peers are practice, not validation. And that's all he needs to do to work up to the next deadlines. And I think he'll do very well if he can face the fear.
The hard thing is not knowing what to do. It's actually doing what you know to do, right?
Yes.
And so the rubber is about to meet the road. And but yeah, we're excited for Ollie and all the other Ollies out there listening to this. Like, hey, you've got this. We're here for you, with you. Hopefully this episode and the rest of our content library can be helpful in helping you kind of pivot to the right approach, the right path. Katie, for those listening who are asking, is it too late for me? Like, they've identified maybe parts of Ollie in their process.
Right.
Is it too late for them?
It's not too late. And I'm talking to all of you Ollies out there. You have time to prepare before the next deadlines roll in, and you will only get false confidence by practicing with your peers. And oh yes, I know you're all out there reading books, reading cases by yourself. That's not real prep. You must work with a coach. You must get professional feedback. So jump in, and our Black Belt system is really what brings all of the pieces together in a strategic way. It's really about the right strategy, and that's how we help candidates.
That's great. So Black Belt is the system that candidates can leverage to build the plan, and also the accountability to follow that plan like to the T, and to keep going when it gets hard, to do what they need to do. Katie, I would love to hear a little bit about the next Black Belt cohort, which is the May 2026 cohort, but we run a cohort every single month. So if it's past May, it's not too late, jump into the next cohort. The cohort closes Tuesday, May 12th. Katie, what is a Black Belt cohort for those of listeners who are not familiar yet?
Always love this question, Japheth, because I love to talk about Black Belt. The Black Belt cohort is a system, it's a community, and it's what will help you get from 0 to your 100 in the optimal way. So we're going to give you all of our resources, all of our online resources. You're going to start with an onboarding call with me to come up with your personalized prep plan and strategy. It's a strategy. This is not just a checklist. And then we're going to figure out which coaches are best for you. Usually you have a handful, maybe 1 to 3, and you work with one for the majority of the time. You schedule them on your time. And then in between, you're going to do that self-study, your drills on your laptop, on our app. You can download the app on your phone, and you're going to practice with peers and other black belts. And every time you meet with a coach, you're going to want to have improved. And that is really going to drive you to improve. And we'll work all the way up to that deadline. There are other pieces as well if you need support with resumes, cover letters, networking, and online assessments. We have all of that as well. But if you're in that time of just needing interview prep, we'll focus in on that.
Great. Okay. That's really helpful. And so 2 kind of practical next steps here for folks is, number 1 is you can read about our coaches. So we'll have a link in the show notes. You can go and scroll through. There's about 25 amazing coaches, all from McKinsey, Bain, or BCG. You can look at their bios. You can look at their availability, see if they're right, that lines up with yours.
Mm-hmm.
And the second great step is to just talk with Katie. So you can actually jump on a Zoom call with her and ask her your questions about black belt, and she'll give you an honest recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, I know you usually try to kind of have availability leading up to the cohort closes. Before I promise that, are you going to be available?
That's actually, I'm going on a trip. No, I'm kidding. I open my calendar up, and if someone doesn't see availability, they can email us at team@managementconsulted.com, and we'll find time. We'll always make time for candidates.
Yeah, we're super accessible. So that email is our team email. It goes to a couple of us on the team, and so please reach out. Katie, last words of advice.
Yes. Just, this is like, I want this to be like in red letters, ambulance lights, and all of this, right? Do not let overconfidence keep you from finding and fixing your gaps. That's it. Because it's like fear and overconfidence in the same thing. I don't know. But that's it.
2 sides of the same coin.
Right.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Katie. Great to be with you today, as always, on Recruiting Reality Check.
Likewise.
Listeners, appreciate you. If you found value in this, please subscribe wherever you're listening or watching, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, etc. We'd love your rating, your review as well. And we'll see you in the next episode.